Have you ever faced a financial emergency and didn't know what to do? Let's talk about something that could be the solution. An emergency fund. It's a stash of money set aside to cover the financial surprises life throws your way. These unexpected events can be stressful and costly. Think about those times when you lose your job without warning, or when a sudden medical condition lands you with hefty bills, or when your car decides it's time for an expensive repair. The beauty of an emergency fund is that it provides you with a sense of security. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a buffer against life's unforeseen challenges. It's your own personal financial safety net, ready to catch you when you fall. So, instead of worrying about how you'll manage, you can focus on navigating through the situation. An emergency fund acts as a financial safety net, so you can handle life's unexpected turns without falling into debt. Now that we understand why an emergency fund is essential, how do we start one? Well, there are a few steps you can follow to establish your safety net. First, you need to determine how much money to save. A good rule of thumb is to aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This includes rent or mortgage payments, utilities, groceries, transportation costs, and any other regular monthly expenses. But remember, this is a guideline, not a hard and fast rule. Depending on your individual circumstances, you may need more or less. Once you've figured out your target amount, the next step is deciding where to store your emergency fund. You'll want to keep this money separate from your regular checking account to avoid the temptation to dip into it for non-emergencies. Consider a high-yield savings account or a money market account. These types of accounts typically offer higher interest rates than standard savings accounts, which means your money can grow even while it's sitting there. Now comes perhaps the most challenging part, consistently contributing to your fund. The key here is to treat your emergency fund like any other bill. Make regular scheduled contributions. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly or monthly, find a rhythm that works for you and stick to it. If you receive a tax refund, a bonus or an unexpected windfall, consider putting a portion of that money into your emergency fund too. One helpful tip is to automate your savings. Most banks offer automatic transfers between accounts. This way you can set it and forget it, and your emergency fund will continue to grow without any extra effort on your part. So, there you have it. Determine your target amount, decide where to store your fund, and consistently contribute to it. It might seem like a daunting task at first, but with a bit of planning and discipline, you can build an emergency fund that will provide you with peace of mind and financial security. Remember, the key to building an emergency fund is consistency and patience. It may take time, but the security it provides is worth the effort. Great, you've started your emergency fund. But how do you ensure it stays intact and grows over time? Well, it's all about discipline and smart financial habits. First, resist the urge to dip into your fund for non-emergencies. This fund is your safety net for unexpected expenses, not for impulsive buys or planned purchases. Next, life changes, and so should your fund. Regularly review your fund and adjust the amount saved as your circumstances change. Did you move to a more expensive city? Has your family grown? If yes, it might be time to increase your savings. Finally, consider growing your fund. Look into high-yield savings accounts or money market accounts. These can help your fund grow through interest, making your money work for you. With careful planning and discipline, your emergency fund can provide a financial cushion for life's unexpected events. So start today and give yourself the gift of financial peace of mind.